Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your movie mornings for Friday, December the 13th. Oh my god, I just realized it's Friday the 13th. Huh. Well, hey, don't worry. I'm sure nothing ridiculously scary and crazy is going to happen today. Surely. Knock on wood somewhere. How's everybody doing today? You staying warm? You having a happy December? Oh, that's a good mug. Everyone, we made it. I don't know about you. It feels like it's been a week. Like a week, if you know what I mean. But we made it. We're finally here. Friday. We got the weekend, the freaking weekend. And baby, we're going to have us some fun. All right, just a handful of things to talk about this morning for your movie mornings. So let's all just grab us a cup of coffee and get ready to learn a little bit before we dive headfirst into the rest of this day. So if you're ready, I'm ready. So let's get to it. First story, everybody. We got some new releases coming out this weekend. I hope everyone is as excited as I am. Because, man, we got some good ones. We got some good movies that we get to watch. First off, of course, being Kraven the Hunter has officially been released, everybody. Here, I'll try and zoom in on this image for you. Who can't wait for that? I think it's rocking a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes last I checked. It's 2 hours and 7 minutes. I meant to look into this, but I did not look into the fact of whether or not it has a mid-credits or post-credits scene. It doesn't matter because this is the last movie in the Sony Spider-Man spin-off universe or something. We actually talked about that not in yesterday's episode, but the episode before. So go check that out if you want more details. But this movie is 2 hours and 7 minutes long, rated R. I'm not going to give you the synopsis. It's Kraven. It's going to be what it is. I'm very excited to finally be able to mark this one off of our list of things that we have to watch. So let me know. Are you planning on watching Kraven? Are you gonna do that to yourself? Or are me and Maggie the only ones? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know more. Who knows? Maybe it'll be good. It probably won't, but it could, right? Who the hell knows? All right. Next up, we got a new Lord of the Rings movie. Just out of nowhere. It's called The Lord of the Rings: The War of the Rohirrim. I don't know. It's an anime. Currently sitting at 59% on Rotten Tomatoes. 2 hours and 14 minutes. I am going to read the synopsis of this because I honestly know next to nothing about it. Set 183 years before the events chronicled in the original trilogy of films, The Lord of the Rings: The War of the Rohirrim tells the fate of the House of Hammerhand, the legendary king of Rohan. A sudden attack by Wolf, a clever and ruthless... Bruh. Come on. What are these words? Seeking vengeance for the death of his father forces Helm and his people to make a daring last stand in the ancient stronghold of the Hornburg, a mighty fortress that will later come to be known as Helm's Deep. Finding herself in an increasingly desperate situation, Hera, the daughter of Helm, must summon the will to lead the resistance against a deadly enemy intent on their total destruction. Brian Cox is in it. Apparently. Wow. So there you go. New Lord of the Rings. Animated Lord of the Rings film. Literally in theaters right now. Crazy. Just craziness. I will not be watching it. I have, however, been thinking about giving Lord of the Rings another chance. For those of you who may be new to this, I'm actually not a big fan of Lord of the Rings. I respect them. I know that they're great. Like, I know that they're made great. It's just as a film series, it just never really spoke to me. That being said, I was very stupid when they first came out. I thought Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back was the greatest movie ever made. So perhaps my taste in movies has gotten better, and perhaps I would actually like them. So soon, I don't know when, but soon, I will be watching The Lord of the Rings. At least the trilogy. I don't know if I'll be watching The Hobbit. Depends on how The Lord of the Rings goes. But I'm committing. I'm committing. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get a Bowflex. Alright. Let's move on. And streaming this weekend. So if you can't make it out to the theaters, no worries. Streaming services still got you covered. Hitting Disney Plus today, we got Elton John, Never Too Late. This is so small. Elton John looks back on his life as he prepares for his final concert in North America. It's a documentary. It's on Disney Plus today. I liked we actually went and saw Elton John in theaters. It was really good. Not in theaters, we saw him live. But we also watched the Elton John movie, Rocket Man. So there you go. This is actually one that I'm probably going to check out this weekend. It's called Carry On, and this is on Netflix. A mysterious passenger threatens to smuggle a dangerous package onto a plane on Christmas Eve, and it stars Jason Bateman. He's the bad guy. And also Taron Egerton, speaking of Elton John, am I right? But no, we've seen the trailer for this. It looks really good. Kind of surprised at this point, I'm not surprised it's going straight to streaming because you know how they do. But yeah, it looks really good. I'll let you know on Monday if I get to watch it, what I thought of it. But I'm excited. I'm really excited to actually get to check this one out. Let's see here. Also dropping today on Paramount Plus, we got Dexter, Original Sin. This is a prequel series to Dexter, I guess. A young Dexter transitions into an avenging serial killer. There you go. I'm not a Dexter guy. I never really got into Dexter. I've heard it's really good. I just never really got into it. So, but hey, if you're into that, you know, if you like young Sheldon, then you're gonna love young Dexter. Let's see here. Then on Saturday, so tomorrow, we've got Saturday night's main event from the WWE, gonna be on Peacock. WWE superstars battle each other in this squared circle. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? I don't know. There's a new WWE thing coming out. There you go. That's just some highlights of the things coming out this weekend. Kind of a slower weekend, if we're being honest. You know, short of Lord of the Rings animes and Craven. Yeah, not really a whole bunch going on, but you know, still some things. Maybe you can get caught up. I know I've got to get caught up on Creature Commandos and Skeleton Crew. Haven't got a chance to watch either of those yet, so very excited to get to see the next episodes for both of them. And of course, all the other things we got to watch. But we are going to watch Craven. Fingers crossed. Either way, fingers crossed, or that maybe we don't end up going to watch it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. As of right now, the plan is to watch Craven. Will I regret it? Yes. Moving on. Lastly, for you, again, like I said, not a whole lot to cover this week. This Friday. But there was a little story that I wanted to bring up here because it's very dear to my heart, near to my heart, dear to me, whatever the heck you want to say. This is via the Hollywood Reporter. Rick Porter wrote this article. It says, Saturday Night Live docuseries set at Peacock ahead of 50th anniversary. So, for those of you who've been keeping track, this is the 50th anniversary of Saturday Night Live. I was kind of surprised that we hadn't got a 50th anniversary special before the season started. Typically, that's what they do. But they've not really leaned into the 50th anniversary, like, hardly at all. I think there's been a couple of jokes made. But, like, not the way they did for, like, the 40th or the 20th or well, 25th anniversary, I think, or even the 45th anniversary. You know, like they always go all out, and I love when they do that. So I've been just kind of surprised there's not been a lot of talk about the 50th. You would think that would get like the most they've done so far. But that being said, all that's about to change. The 4-episode series will offer behind-the-scenes glimpses of making the long-running sketch comedy show. The 4-episode series will offer behind-the-scenes glimpses, blah, 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 ahead of Saturday Night Live's 50th anniversary celebration in February. So we are getting a celebration, but it's just coming in February. Peacock will take a deeper dive into the show's 5 decades of history. The NBC Universal-owned platform will stream SNL 50 Beyond Saturday Night, a 4-part series delving into behind-the-scenes life of NBC's long-running sketch comedy show. On January 16th, Morgan Neville is among the executive producers of the project, which will feature a number of SNL alum and a trove of previously unseen footage as the filmmakers were given unfettered access to the show's archives. Let's see here, a couple of people that directed the episodes. The episodes are as follows. 5 minutes, a look at the SNL audition process, featuring never-before-seen footage from past auditions and first-hand accounts from cast members about how they prepared for their auditions. Written by A Week Inside the SNL Writers' Room, it follows the process of getting a sketch from page to the live show on Saturday. More Cowbell, a deep dive directed by Berkeley into the making of the classic sketch from 2000 featuring Christopher Walken and cast members Will Ferrell, Chris Parnell, Jimmy Fallon, Horatio Sanz, and Chris Kattan. Wait, a whole episode just about the Cowbell sketch? I mean, that's great. Like, of all the sketches, is that the most, like, is that the biggest sketch in Saturday Night Live history? I hadn't really thought about it, but, like, I guess, right? I mean, what would you say is bigger than that, you know? Maybe Wayne's World? Maybe? I don't know. It's crazy. Season 11, The Weird Year. Director Zeldis explores the 1985 to 1986 season of SNL, which marked Lorne Michaels' return to the show after 5 years away, but proved to be an exceptionally rocky one on screen. That does sound really interesting, that one for sure. The docuseries is set to premiere 1 month before NBC's primetime celebration of the show's 50 seasons. So, what do you think? A new SNL special, 50th anniversary special, and a docuseries. I love anything that talks about behind the scenes of Saturday Night Live. There was a documentary, I think it was on Hulu. I don't know if it's still on there, but I think it was I can't remember his name, but he was Harry Osborn in the Sam Raimi trilogy. He kind of sucks now, but he made a documentary about just the week of Saturday Night Live. I don't think he's in it. I don't think so. But he was the documentarian or whatever, and it's really good. It's a really good documentary if you're curious about the process of Saturday Night Live. It was really awesome. And also, kind of tangentially connected to Saturday Night Live is Too Funny to Fail, the Dana Carvey show documentary. Fantastic. Now that is, it was on Hulu. I'm assuming it's still on there because I believe it was a Hulu original. But it's definitely worth checking out. It ties back into Saturday Night Live in some interesting ways. But yeah, like if any of that kind of tickles your fancy, then definitely worth giving those a watch. I might actually even just go back and watch both of them, to be honest. This season's been fun. I really like this season. They've been their ups and downs, and everybody is always like, oh, my favorite season was the one, it's not been as good as since my favorite season. And typically your favorite cast is the one that you grew up with. That's usually how it just kind of works out for people. Like when I was really getting into Saturday Night Live, it was like, Will Ferrell, Chris Kattan, Morgan, Tracy Morgan, all those people were out, Jimmy Fallon. Horatio Sands. I'm gonna stop her. I'm just gonna keep going. But there's people that think the seasons with Jason Sudeikis and Andy Samberg and all those people, they think that's the best. I've actually met people that think that the years with oh man, I cannot think of her name now. She just left the show. Man, she played Weird Barbie. I cannot think of her name. But that was their favorite cast. So I mean, like, it really just depends. When did you fall in love with Saturday Night Live? And I think that's going to depict who your favorite cast is. Some people say it hasn't been funny since Dan Aykroyd left. So I mean, I think it's just objective, or subjective. Objective. Anyway, yeah, it's a fun show. I still find it funny. Some of the things that they've done in recent years, like, I'm just kind of surprised that they want to go that route. Just some of the people they've had host, but that's Saturday Night Live. It's what they do. And tomorrow is Saturday night, and you can watch Saturday Night Live. I'm so tired, guys. I'm so tired. If you can't tell, I'm just a little bit rambly today. But let me know what you think. What's your favorite season of Saturday Night Live? Who's your favorite cast member of all time? What do you think was the greatest sketch of all time? My personal favorite, there's this one sketch about the Falconer, where a future version of the Falconer comes back in time to stop the death of their falcon, but he fails, and so the present Falconer and the future Falconer have to travel back in time mere moments to try and save the Falcon again. And so what was 2 Falconers becomes 4, and then 4 Falconers become 8, and by the end of it, the entire cast is dressed like the Falconer. And, like, I mean, we're talking Keenan, Amy Poehler, like, all these people, and it is just the silliest sketch. I love that sketch. There's a creepy person that's in it, unfortunately, but it's I think it was the season finale of 2006 is where this sketch appeared. So check that out. But it's so stupid. It's so ridiculous. God, I love that sketch. It's not. I would never fight for it to be like the number 1 sketch of all time. But for me personally, I think it's my favorite sketch. I absolutely love that sketch. It's so stupid. But of course, the digital shorts. I mean, Lazy Sunday is always going to be just, top notch. Jimmy and Justin, the Barry Gibb talk show. I mean, come on, there's too many to talk about. Once I start naming them, it's like I'm just going to be here the rest of the week just talking about Saturday Night Live sketches, But that is not the case, because I'm actually going to wrap this up, everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Be sure and watch something good. I'll see you on Monday. We're going to talk about the box office and, of course, any news that might break out. We're going to be live streaming all next week. We're going to be playing through Rita's Rewind, the new Power Rangers game for Xbox and PS5 and all that stuff. We're going to be playing that Monday night. So if that sounds interesting to you, come check it out. It'll be fun. First time playing it. Very excited for it. Tuesday, of course, going back to Smallville. Wednesday, we've got Hopefully Anime talking about Digimon and Sailor Moon. And Thursday, we'll be live again with our VHS show. And, of course, Monday through Friday, every day, doing the movie mornings. Thank you for watching this, for hanging out with me. If you're listening to this on Podcast Network, I'd appreciate it if you'd give us a 5-star rating, leave me a review, and, be happy to read it on air. But that's going to wrap it up for me this week, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I hope you all have a great weekend. And as always, have a hopefully awesome day. Goodbye.